Frank, first pre-season game. What were your thoughts?
I'm relatively happy, actually. You know, we lose a game, but I think Arsenal played 2 games already. This is our first on the tour, so we're behind probably a little bit in fitness, but we'll level that out with the work as we go. Couple of things we can improve for sure throughout the game. Always the case, first game of pre-season. I remember that feeling myself as a player. Individually, there are things you're striving for that are not quite there yet. But I saw some nice things. I was really pleased, particularly with the second half, with the introduction of some younger players. Reece, Welch, Stanley, Lewis Warrington, all did really well. James Tarkowski on his debut, I thought really well. So really good stuff for us as the coaching staff to look over and go, okay, that's good. Well done, we can get even better, or that's not so good, we need to get better, and so that's good for us for the work.
How important is it to remember at this stage that it is about fitness, and you say a very strong Arsenal team who have got a couple of games under their belt as well? Yeah,
that's it, and I'm pleased because the second half is 0-0 as such. Billy comes on in goal as well and gets a clean sheet for his half, so that's great. And I wasn't so worried about the result. You always want to win a game. We were competitive. There was nothing in it I didn't like about the players in terms of their application. It was just a set piece and not a nice goal to concede. But as I say, other parts of that were pretty good. And you have to understand when they put out what looked like a pretty full strength team, and they don't make many. They make some subs, but they leave people on. They're in a different phase to where we're at the minute. And as I say, that will level out as we go. So it was a decent enough start for us. I'm not standing there celebrating a 2-0 defeat, of course, but the process is important. And as I say, there was a lot for me to see there and think about going forward.
Just to go through a few of the positives that you've mentioned there. So the young lads came in arguably with a better team in the second half, and that was with 4 young lads in the team. Do you feel they've kind of stepped up?
Yeah.
They've taken a chance to shine?
Absolutely, and that's great. Their attitude's great. Stanley Mills is on the trip because he trained so well last season here, trained brilliant the first week at Finch Farm, and now he's here because he deserves to be here. And he showed that in his game. And the confidence of Lewis Warrington to accept the ball in midfield and play and move it. Really simple stuff that not always we've been great at since I've been in, if I'm honest. Moving the ball well through midfield, like finding simple sets and pass through lines or pass out the other side. It's something that we can get much better on. And Lewis came on and did some of those things. Reece looked really comfortable on the left. So yeah, I think the second half was absolutely my favourite half, and there were some real nice positives in it.
And you mentioned James Tarkowski, obviously first chance we've got to see him in an Everton shirt, and showed with some strong challenges and his defensive nous as well, what he can offer. Yeah,
I mean, I'm a big fan of James. I have been since before being Everton manager, looking from afar when I was working at Chelsea. I thought he was a player of a really high level in everything, and he hasn't disappointed me since he's been in. His personality, his leadership skills, strength and quality on the ball. For the way we want to play, and sometimes when we want to have a nice balance so we can be more direct, but we also want to play through lines. And he's a defender that can do both sides of the game. So really delighted with his debut. And I not expect, maybe not the right word, but I'm in a good way. I'm expecting really good things from him.
And in turn, you say a few things to work on. What would you like to see a little bit more of going into Minnesota and the rest of the pre-season?
A bit cleaner on the ball first half. Some sloppy moments on the ball. We're trying to play a little bit from the back. I think some of these games are almost a form of a training exercise. Can we look and play from the back? Can we play for a team that want to press us a little bit? Don't be too worried to make mistakes because it's pre-season and that's part of it. So there were some bits where I thought, okay, we come on as we can play through much better than what we did. So a few of those bits can be better. A couple of times we got into good attacking positions, and I don't think we got ourselves positioning where we want them with our wing backs higher up the pitch and so they're breaking the last line. It's a bit safe. We couldn't play through enough. So little things that I see and that we work on a lot can be better, but it's so normal. If I was delighted with this game and felt like we'd nailed it in every sense of our game, it just wouldn't be reality. It's seeing things for good or for bad and making sure we get better across the ball.
And with Seamus out for just a few weeks, Jordan captain, is that a sign of his growing influence in the team and leadership?
Yeah. It is. We all know that the season that he had last year, particularly in the running, how important it is. For me, it's a godsend to have a goalkeeper at that level playing the way he does, because it's critical to results. I've been on the reverse of that when sometimes you feel like you're defending well and you haven't got that presence in goal. Jordan has that presence, and also is a leader within the group now, maturing all the time. So yeah, absolutely deserved.
And sticking with keepers, no Asmir Begovic tonight. What's the latest with him?
So he twisted his ankle In training yesterday, making a save, went over on it, and we're assessing it more tomorrow. It's gone for a scan today, but we need to see it tomorrow to see exactly what the results are. We're hopeful. Well, hopeful. It's not much more than a more minor one, which is weeks rather than months. Could be months. We're hopeful of weeks, so we'll know more in the next couple of days.
And just finally, you talked about the strong bond quite a lot with Evertonians back home. How good was it to see Blues out in North America tonight?
Yeah, it was great. Really good atmosphere in the stadium. A lot of support out here for us. Did an event the other night, which was great support as well in Washington. And the club has a big following, and we want that to grow. We do a lot of things here, great things that are not so seen, in America with the soccer schools and the academy stuff that we do over here. So those things are only going to help the club grow through the generations. Maybe people that watched the Premier League from afar last year and the exciting ending hopefully will latch on to a bit of Everton and follow us, and that continues to grow. But big thanks to everybody that followed us out here. We could hear them. We appreciate their support, and it's nice to come and see them all.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Harry.